Hey, folks, I hope you're having a great afternoon or morning or evening or whatever time of day it is that you're watching or listening to this podcast. Today's guest is Hooman Motevalli, and he is an author of a book, a best selling book, actually. It is called Don't Be a Crab. So, what is that all about? Basically, it's about that inner dialogue that we have with ourselves. Because oftentimes, we ourselves are the worst critic, and we prevent ourselves from, becoming the best person that we can be. That's not with everyone. That's with a lot of us, though. So in this podcast, he's going to talk a little bit about his book. He's going to have some pointers and some tips. Now, it might be a little bit difficult to understand because of his accent, but please listen, and I'm sure you're going to pick up a lot of pointers on this. But hey, before we get started, you know what I always say. If you are a pet owner, please be a responsible pet owner and have your pets spayed or neutered. All right, so let's get ready and let's do it. You have a book that has recently come out, CCC, and that's Convert Confusion to Clarity. You also have a 6-level course, a program to help people in this, and this helps them in life, love, finance, clearing the mind, everything about clarity, correct?
Yes, not everything, but yeah, the title of the book is "Don't Be a Crab," and the subtitle is a practical guide for yeah, building strong, joyful relationships. So yeah,
Ah,
it goes for relationships and back to the foundation. So yeah, again, I have found three reasons why people say that some parts of my ideas I'm sharing nowadays are not clear enough. So, firstly, I'm mostly working on talking about the foundation. The foundation. So the essence of the subject is complicated. I mean, it's not straightforward. So assume that we are
yeah.
building a tower that always goes up, and we never know how many floors may be added in the future. So now, most of us are adding skills or certificates or floors onto this building or foundation of this building or tower. Even the soil and the region and the weather of the area where we intend to construct this building have not been studied deeply at all. So I mean, just we are going following skis or certificates, etc., but not worked on the foundation that much. It's the first reason why sometimes it's a complex idea in my book also, but in book I had a chance to work with editorial team. They were professional guys, and they helped it a lot to make it simple and clear. But we are in interviews and podcasts. This is not easy. The second reasons is because many ideas could be added to this story immediately and spontaneously. So yeah, it's an important not to do. I mean, not sharing what could be shared. Focus on what should be transmitted or shared. So I have added many ideas to this idea of clarity or converting confusion into clarity in this book. Uh, but it seems that on podcasts we have to focus on very specific ideas or frame. So the third one is I have to talk much slower, and I'm trying my best right now in this case to give a chance to for the all who accompany us. I mean, many of them are not English language countries or people, so we are trying to destroy and build in some parts and make something new. I mean, exactly like children when they play. So they constantly build and destroy. So, yeah, today I will try my best to talk clearly, slowly, and in a specific frame to to be super clear. So, yeah, it's just my idea to stand on the title of the book. Don't be a crab. First is don't. So I mean, by
Yes.
don't I mean
Don't be a crap.
don't do that, don't do that. So all of us have to-dos lists, even daily to-dos lists. But again, back to the foundation, we don't have any not to-dos list. So we are just doing many things to, I mean, skis or certificates or following money or following, improving our life. So we don't have enough time to check back what's going on the foundation of this floor or this building or this tower. So I start with not to do list. So don't be not to do firstly before to do list before doing any actions or reactions. And the
Mm.
zero no, number zero, I'm just 10 plus one not to do's in the appendix. I have collected all of them, but all the book I'm sharing the ideas of not to do's. And number zero is don't act or react. So, and I have a not to do's list also, what I should not do, what I must not do. Yeah, that's the idea of don't, and the idea of crap I will share with you later in this podcast. Don't be a crap. So why I would say the subtitle, strong joyful relationships, because many of our relationships are strong but not joyful that much, and vice versa. I mean, so
Right.
they are joyful but not as strong, and um, not leading to true services.
Foundation is very, very important. Without a strong foundation, you cannot build a tall tower or building or, adding skills, like you said. Without a good, solid foundation, it sounds like you will really not get far.
Exactly, exactly. You cannot get
Okay.
that much. Yeah, that's the point, and it's why we call it a practical guide to building relationships, because it's the result of that. I mean, at the end, if you uh, make a strong foundation and work on it more than, I mean, more than any other things like getting skills, etc., finally the relationships will be the best ones. And the idea is gathering some true servers together in my triple C training program, which is the first there are 6 levels but in 3 programs. The first program is something like the foundation, which we just shaped how the foundation works and how we don't consider it at all or not that much. So, and the second program is the high road, how we can not definitely not jumping onto the high road from a low road, but 3 months of program, how we can go on a high road and live forever there. And the first program is which is 3 years. The first one is 3 days, the second one is 3 months, and the third one is 3 years. 3 years of
Oh,
program is that is mostly done in Germany, in United Arab Emirates, Dubai, and some other parts of the world, but it will be public in United States in 24 also. So in the third program is the true servers, because the idea is getting the true servers. In the second book I'm writing right now is about DAO, or DAO, is the um, decentralized alchemists organization. So in the 3 years of program, we would work on gathering true servers who have passed 3 months of program with being true servers, and finally would be alchemists. So yeah, the 6 levels are firstly the observer. The point is that, I mean, if we are not observing what's going on in our head in internal conversations, so it's not possible to consider the foundation. So all the feeds are coming to our 5 senses, and we are observing the world out of ourselves, but we never observe ourselves from outside. So
yes.
yeah, and then we,
That,
we,
that
we
is,
have, yeah, yeah, let's go.
I was gonna say that is true that we individually we do not look at ourselves from the outside, how other people see us possibly. Is that correct?
Exactly. So we have 6 levels of program and 6 perspectives to reach the different levels. So with perspectives, as you said, is the first perspective is inner perspective. Inner is, I mean, we have devised a series of exercises for following what's going on in our head, inner voice or internal conversations, how we can do that. And the second perspective is outer one. So seeing ourselves physically from out of ourselves. And the third perspective is uh, situational. So, I mean, it's not just seeing ourselves from outside. So, I mean, just situation also. So, uh, any player of the situation. I mean, the other people. I mean, even animals or any types of nature, etc. And the fourth one is out of situation. So we are talking right now together in this room. I am here, you are there, but many other conversations running right now in different blocks or streets in my city, in your area. So, but normally we cannot see them. So we see only our own situation, our own plan of I mean what's running right now related to me, because I'm the center of the world. I am uh, my eyes, my ears, or 5 senses are center, and I cannot observe anything inside, anything from out and out of situation. Number five, I mean perspective number five is historical. Normally we cannot see ourselves throughout the history. This is 100, more than 100 billion people have died this far with somehow same ambitions, same dreams, same yeah, I would say they totally are same. So yeah, it's about the era, or I mean the area. But and the last one, which is a very interesting to me, has affected my life a lot, is universal. So if somebody asks you or me that your size in this galaxy or in this universe, I say, oh yes, definitely. I know that I'm nothing, but it was just an answer, and after 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 10 minutes, I would forget about it and start to have a normal life, improving my lifestyle again. So having all these perspectives together in every specific moment is my idea, or is my ideal objective. And through those programs, those 3 programs, we are going to get these 6 perspectives through many exercises to be, yes, in the 6 levels. The first is the observer. So yeah, the first is the observer. Without observing ourselves, we cannot be analyzer. So the second part is the analyzer, how we can analyze what's going on our heads and internal conversations. And number 3 is before getting a manager of ourselves, is distinguisher, how we can distinguish what's going on in our heads. As a We are mostly listener. We are mostly listener to this voice or inner voice inside us. Non-stop is talking, and it's affecting much more than we think. I mean, our life, our ideas, or opinions, or lifestyle. So we have a bunch of exercises to being a very good distinguisher. And after that, it would be not the level 4 would be manager of our conversations, and who is able to manage the conversations definitely could manages himself or herself. I mean, in actions or reactions. So, after manager number 5, you will see the server, the true server. Before that, I've checked with many people, many trainees. It's not possible to be a very good manager or trainer or server before observing what's going on in our heads. It's not possible.
Mm.
So we can have many skills to do that, but finally, in a scene or in a situation, we get stuck. So, and number six is, yeah, definitely the Alchemist, which is, I mean, the program number three. We work on it. So yeah, six levels, six perspectives, and then yeah, we would go for the higher road of life.
Can you explain to us, because level 6, your achievement that you want to reach is alchemy or alchemist? Can you explain to everyone what that level is?
Firstly, we have to find 10 plus 1 fears. I mean, substantial fears inside us. Some of them are hidden. And many people would say that, no, I don't think I have such fear inside me. But finally, if they would um, confess that, yes, definitely, I have such fears inside, but I didn't know that. So, and after 10 plus 1 fears, we can consider or distinguish, we would go for 10 plus 1 not to do's, and then for 10 plus 1 exercises to I mean to reach number one. I mean, just level of observer. After being a very good observer, we find that, okay, we are not giving services around. We're just working in a company, in an institute, and what we are doing is just improving our lives, is our lifestyles. So we are not affecting the chemistry of anything. So I mean, just we are going to living the life, and it's not influential at all. Yes, we have checked even with top positions. So I'm the coach of a personal coach of some top level managers or C-level managers. I mean, for example, one of them has 8,000 employees, and what is going there in that company is just following revenues, observing employees, what's going on in the company, so the numbers, the indicators, etc. But this manager was not observing himself at all, never. And he confessed that, hey, Human, it's the very first time I'm in 57 years old guy. I've started to check myself, because always I'm professional in managing a company with 8,000 is not easy. I have a lot of skills to do that. But do you know that my relationship even with my daughter is really challenging, is full of problems, because I don't have enough time to do that. But finally, I found that it's not only about time or lack of time. It's about foundation again. What's I've got used to observing is just numbers, values in the company. I mean, just shares or stocks, etc. And also observing employees, but I'm not changing the chemistry of anything. The alchemist would be the guy who is changing minds, opinions, and opening new gates to the new world. So, because you know that many people are talking about, for example, our environment, contamination, or pollution, etc., many other things. So, in, currently, we have a lot of problems in our world. So, the as we see, the humankind has progressed a lot, but the problems are same. I mean, we have cured many issues or diseases, but still some of other ones have been added to our lives. So I mean, we are suffering at the same level like hundreds years ago, thousands years ago. So it means that, to me, it's something like the foundation problem is always there, and humankind has not considered it at all. So even when we are working on our environments, our planet, we are working on the scientific side, but other people across the world would not accompany. because because nobody is considering the foundations. Nobody is going to be an alchemist of his or her area. I mean, just working on his own life, and sometimes it happened to myself also. I started to just donating. I mean, and after a while, I found out, okay, for donate, I just put something like 10 minutes up to 20 minutes, finding a website already. I have a website to donate, so sometimes it's just easy from a bank account, because they are offering, hey, you can donate to some children in Africa. I do that. Oh, okay. So I'm just satisfying some of my needs. I'm not doing anything special. So I'm not affecting at all. Even I don't check how they help people in Africa. I'm just doing, I'm satisfying my own needs. Again, improving
Yeah.
my slide. Yeah. So yeah, Alchemist is the guy who is offering true services and yeah, affecting to change the chemistry of the area around. Yeah.
It sounds like, again, we go back to foundation, but also that inner perspective and then the outer perspective. We really need to look at why and follow through. Don't just push the button.
Preparing to be an alchemist is starting again with foundation, which is chatter in our heads. And as my life changed and I converted my inner confusion into clarity, I was then I was just free to help change the lives of others also. Yeah. So now I am able to work on the next level. Yeah. The ultimate goal is gathering alchemists. So it started from there, but we have to prepare for the next level. Now I'm working toward the next level alchemist in my book, but it's still a lot of things to do before reaching that level. I mean, living the life from high road for years and exercising the series of exercises in the book, people would get ready. So here, two servers work together in a decentralized way to transform our world. So it's my idea, but it's not important how much it will be, I mean, done. So as more and more people learn to train their inner voice and free space or open a space for empathy and empowerment, our cities, our countries, our states, and planet will change. I'm pretty sure, but it starts with each of us, not starting with each of us. I mean, adding more skills or more floors to that tower. We each need to convert our confusion into clarity and then reach out to others. So it would be a very strong chain. So yeah, firstly, I'm working on drawing attention of people to this foundation or inner voice, and then I would show that how you can live the life on the high road and get preparation for being an alchemist, even in a very small size. But being alchemist, not just experiencing the life through your five or five plus one senses or six senses. Yeah.
It does sound like it is quite a journey. It's not something that you accomplish overnight. So,
Definitely.
especially like you said, if you want to get to Alchemist and then you are next working on Tao. So there are levels that take training
Sure.
to understand yourself, right? To accomplish and get to these to these certain levels.
Exactly. So my recommendation is to just uh, what happened to me was a dramatic example with my father. So he asked me to help him. I was late. He died, and something like a poisonous conversation started in my head that yeah, I was guilty. You are guilty. So it was your responsibility, but you didn't take any action. So before observing my conversations, I mean internal conversations, chatter in my head, I was not able to overcome this situation. So I started to write uh, what's going on in my head. So that's why the level one is the observer. Finally, you will
Mm.
succeed in observing the conversations running in your mind most of the time. I would say it's possible to be observer of your inner conversations at every specific moment. The level two, the analyzer, you will be able to analyze the conversations to determine how these conversations uh, impact your relationships, your reputation, and finally, they are affecting your impact mental health. So yeah, it's quite, yeah, like you said, it's quite a journey. So the level three in the distinguisher, you will be capable of distinguishing the roles in your inner conversations. The listener and the decision makers, mostly decision makers, me. I am the decision maker. I'm listening to this chatter, but finally I would decide. So and a speaker or inner voice, and mostly the inner voice is a speaker and I am listening. So, but it's very close to me. I call it the roommate. And as it's very close to me, I cannot distinguish it. So I think it's me, but it's not me. It's part of me. It's just part of me. The level four, the level three is the manager. And without that being observer, analyzer, and distinguisher, you cannot be a manager. Yep. So you will
So
succeed in.
you must follow the steps. You cannot go from 1 to 4. You must go 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
we have checked it several times with several trainees. So they decided to do that. I mean, just passing them in, the steps faster and reach another level, but it was not possible. So before being manager, you have to observe uh, deeply. I mean, in our conversations, and finally, yeah, for being the server and the alchemist, you have to be, I mean, something like several years acting as a very good manager. Yeah.
Human, this is all very, very fascinating, and it's. I think everybody should strive to do these levels to understand yourself, to understand the inner perspective, the outer perspective, and to try to reach to be the alchemist. Unfortunately, I think many people say, you know, oh, it takes too much time, or I'm going to skip and I'm going to get to the top level fast because that is how I've been taught. Work hard, work fast, I'll get there quicker. This situation, not true. You must work hard, but you have to follow the steps. And like I said, it would take several years, possibly more.
Possibly more, definitely, possibly more. So, yeah, I mean, um, many people, they think that what they are doing right now is uh, correct or it's not correct. So they have to add something to it. I mean, it's money
Mm.
or certificate or something like a diploma or skill or anything else. So they think that if they purchase a house or, I mean, they make a very good family or anything else like that one, they will be uh, successful because but success or successful is just a word. Mostly we are living inside our heads. It's the point that we don't consider that much. So we think that all of our lives are defined uh, in comparing to other factors out of us, but it's not true. So it's humankind is a very complex creature, and that's why mostly we get stuck in confusion. And if we don't start to convert this confusion into clarity. Clarity means that, yeah, you are aware of all of what's going on in your head, of your internal conversations, which is affecting all of your body, your physique, your physiology, your uh, mental health, and finally, it affects your reputation and relationships. That's why we say that is the subtitle of the book, Strong Relationships, because without that, people are just showing that, oh yeah, my relationships, yeah, is full of love. Yes, it's full of love, but it continues forever. If even if it's very successful, it continues. I mean, loving each other for 5 years, 10 years, 2 decades, 3 decades, and at the end of the day, you have done nothing special to your world. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I want to make sure everybody knows where they could go to get more information about you, your books, everything. Because again, you are a trainer, you're an author, you're a mentor.
Yeah,
So forgive me if I pronounce your last name incorrectly, but
yeah,
so it's
whatever.
HoomanMoteV like Victor ALLI.com. And I will make sure that this is in the show notes so everybody knows where to go. What you're talking about, I think, is very important in our individual lives to make a difference to more than just ourselves, to everyone and everything around us, and for the world, for the universe.
Thanks a lot for your time and attention.